In this video, I'll show you how to use your Epson ET-2850 with your iPhone. I'll show you how to connect them, how to print using your iPhone, and also how to get the scan results directly on your iPhone using Wi-Fi. So let's get started right away. The first step is to connect your Epson printer. The same Wi-Fi network as the one that your iPhone is currently connected to. So let me show you how it's done. It only takes a few seconds. Press the home button so we start on the same page over here. Then using the right side arrow, you're going to press it a few times until you get Wi-Fi setup on the display. Press OK. Select Wi-Fi recommended. Press OK. Press OK. Select Wi-Fi setup wizard. Wait a few seconds, it will scan for all the different Wi-Fi networks that are located around the printer. With the up and down arrow, you'll be able to select your Wi-Fi network, press OK, and now it's time to type the password. If your password has numbers or maybe some symbols, you need to go down over here, press OK, and the keyboard on the display will change. At the end, select the OK located on the lower right side and press OK on the control panel. You will get setup complete, press OK, and now your printer is connected to the Wi-Fi. Now on your iPhone, you're going to go on the App Store and you're going to search for the app called Epson Smart Panel. Once the app is downloaded, open, press agree, OK, next. Select allow while using the app. Press next. Select allow. And now your printer should appear in this list. Select ET-2850. Press OK because now your printer is now connected to your iPhone. Next, what I suggest here, they just ask you how do you want the app to look. In my opinion, the one on the right side is much more easy to use because every feature is laid out on tiles, just like apps. So I'll select Use Tiles on the bottom right corner. Okay, and here we are on the main menu of your iPhone app that will interact with your printer. If you want to print a picture or document, simply select Print. Select which one of these you are trying to print. I'll say document. Select your document that is located on your iPhone. Before pressing print, I suggest you press this cogwheel on the lower left side and make sure that all these settings are actually the one that you want. So over here, select your paper size, the media type. So if you're printing on glossy paper, you absolutely need to choose glossy paper. If not, it will be a mess. The ink will smear all around your glossy paper. Anyway, the other settings that are important over here, so color or black and white, and if you want to print on both sides of the paper or just one side. Here you have the number of copies as well. I just want one, so I'll leave it 1. Press done and select print. And we got our result. Now let me show you how to scan. Open the scan lid. Take the paper, the document you want to scan, place it facing down with the top part of this document. You see this is the top part towards the right side. Now you see there is an arrow over here. You simply need to glide the corner of the paper until it touches the corner with an arrow. Close the lid of the scanner, go on your phone. On the main page, you're going to press the scan button. You're going to have a few options. So if I go quickly through them, you have the scan document size, the image type, so select color or black and white over here, resolution. You have the choice to choose between 200, 300 and 600. If you're going to scan some artwork or some pictures and you want to keep all the details because this is important for you, select 600 dpi. The file will be larger, it will take more time to scan, but the quality will be the best. 200 dpi is enough if you're scanning a text document with some small graphics. Okay, so this is the one I will select. It's also the quickest. Then we have remove background. Don't touch this. I didn't find they do a good job anyway. Once you select it, automatic rotation, you can keep this on. It will simply rotate the document if you didn't place it properly, but since I showed you how to place it well, you don't really need this. And finally, you have image format. So in which format do you want this scan to be saved? You have PDF, JPEG, or TIFF. Pictures will be saved in JPEG, and this is what I suggest to select if you're scanning pictures. If it's a text document, select PDF and press the start button. Now it will take a few seconds, usually around 12 to 13 seconds to scan at 200 dpi, and you'll get the result over here. The result will not be saved yet. Okay, so we're not done once you see it appearing on your iPhone. Here we go. And from here you can zoom in just to make sure that all the details have been saved and it looks great to you. If you don't like the results, well, you can press the garbage bit over here to delete it and start again. You can also crop if you simply want to save a portion of the scan. You can also rotate it if this is what you want to do, but again, if you placed it the way I showed you, you won't have to do this. If you want to combine multiple pages into one single PDF document, well, you're gonna go ahead, place your next page over there and select the Scan Plus button here, and you'll be able to add multiple pages to this document and they will be saved together. Let's say this is the only page I want to save, so I'll press next. You can edit the file name by deleting and adding whatever you want. And now you have two options on the bottom of your iPhone. On the left side, this is if you want to share it on social media or with one of your contacts using a text message, messenger, or other apps of this kind. Over here you have save. This is if you want to save the results in the memory of your iPhone. So if I click here, I'll be able to select in which folder on my iPhone I want the results to go, and at the end press the save button on the top right corner. You're going to get this message, the file is saved. Go back to the app's home screen, yes, and this is about it. Now this app offers a few more things, but I don't think many people will use those. For example, on the top you have your printer with the ink levels. If you tap on it, you're going to see them precisely, how much is left. It's cool, although you can get the same information on the screen of your printer. And you have also other features over here. Again, not many people will do a creative print collage. I'm talking about photo editing. Anyway, this is it. I hope my video was helpful. If so, please leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.